Hello and welcome to the Conscious Leadership Podcast, which now includes a specific thread for the Women into Business Academy. My name is Julie Hogbin, your host on both podcasts, and if you have any questions on anything you hear, please ask. And if you would like a specific topic covered, let me know. And if you like what you hear, please share. Hello and welcome to the Wednesday edition of the Conscious Leadership Podcast. And the Wednesday edition is Wealth Wednesday. Wealth in its truest format is health, wealth and spirituality. What does that mean? Health is how we look after ourselves, so our bodily health, our mental health. Wealth is of course linked into the financial aspects of how we operate within the world, and spirituality is exactly that. It includes our growth, our knowledge, our wisdom, and how we operate and put ourselves out into the world. And those three things together equal true wealth. And this morning's episode, it's only a couple of minutes long. I just really want to think about compounding, talk about compounding, and ask you to think about compounding. Now, this is a subject that I get the feeling people think is a new thing. And it isn't. It isn't. It's ancient. It's been around forever. And when you think about compounding, everything compounds. Absolutely everything. And I woke up this morning thinking about what am I going to talk about on Wealth Wednesday? And what popped into my mind were some old adages that you will probably have heard your mother talk about. You will possibly have heard your grandparents talk about, depending on how old you are, your great-grandparents. And I'm just going to share three of them with you. Save a penny and the pounds look after themselves. A minute on the lips, a lifetime on the hips. See a penny, pick it up, and forevermore have good luck. Just three that sprang to mind this morning. So what do they mean? Save a penny and the pounds look after themselves. It's compounding. Put a penny on a chessboard and multiply that penny until you get to the end of the chessboard. Calculate what that works out to. The story from ancient times is about putting a grain of rice on a chessboard and multiplying it up. Do the math, work it out, and you'll see what that penny compounded creates at the end of the chessboard. So a minute on the hips, a lifetime, a minute on the lips, a lifetime on the hips. What does that mean? The nutrition that you put into your body compounds. So a single slice of cake really makes no difference. But if you have a single slice of cake every single day, it will make a difference. If you have a carrot one day, probably doesn't make any difference. But if you had a carrot every single day, it will make a difference. So compounding works positively for growth, for development, for increase in wealth, for increase in fitness. So a 5-minute walk one day doesn't make a difference, but a 5-minute walk every day or every other day makes a difference. Everything compounds for the good and for the negative. So think about looking after the little things, the small decisions that they sometimes appear to be small, compounded grow. And be careful about what you throw away and what you cherish. So I pick pennies up, I do. I sometimes pick up more than a penny, but somebody's lost that penny. Somebody's been careless with that penny. So thinking about, if you can't keep your pennies, why would you receive more? And the more self-aware we are, the better, in inverted commas, we are all round and for longer. So that's the Wednesday edition this week. Wealth Wednesday, compounding, and how the little things create big things. Thank you for listening to the Conscious Leadership and the Women into Business Academy episodes. If you have any questions, please ask. You can find me on all of the normal social media channels, along with Facebook pages and groups, LinkedIn pages and a YouTube channel. If you like what you have heard, please share to spread the message. And if you have anybody or a subject matter that you would like me to either interview or talk about, please let me know.